No bodies yet to fall for Rice and Meatballs, and Ethan through the smoke, trying to play inside the dark cover, gets sniffed out. That is incredibly unfortunate, but a couple members with low HP, paint shells to go out, and Akalov forced to take his leave. The little bouncing Betties don't get the kill just yet. Ego gonna back his teammate up, and oh my goodness, back and forth, but it's the Asuna show, trying to close things out. Instead, Steel on the lurk will get it done.
In the face and stab me in the back, okay? I'd rather that any day of the week.
Nah, man, I don't want to watch. I don't want to see any of that. If you're gonna do it.
A little bit of control here towards the back alleyway, not really giving a lot of the space over to Immortals to try to fight for their control back. And now you'll see Shot Up manages to punish some of that because they're separated from the rest of their team. Poise finds 2 to answer back. Oh, goodness! Right into the meat grinder. 4 for Poise. The resurrection comes through. Immortals need to win this round to get back on track. Mitch and Relics just down to Mitch in his own slow orb. Shots onto one gangsta with the 3K on the round. All Faithful with 5 HP brings Immortals back into the fold.
Oh, that was so close. You called it out. That was a must-win. Peak just in that instant. He might have been able to find one and get away. Yes, he does. Perfect. Right before the 5-man is ready to fully execute on this A site, Chemicals makes it a man advantage, and all still alive for Immortals. There's gonna be the fight. He's stuck behind planches. Oh, he gets out in the sight. Doesn't matter. Poise is there. Cosmic Divide a little too late once again.
Yep. It's unfortunate, though. They've already made their way onto site, but at least Relics won't be able to be the lurking pest in towards heaven. He doesn't have a sight line into it. He doesn't hear quite a thing either. But now as they're starting to funnel through, the communication is clear because Relics can backstab them all. He finds 2 so far, and it's all down to JC Stanley. The drop down around the tower, around they go. Shot's not good enough. And Cloud9 move on to face 100 Thieves.
What a series. What a roller coaster of who is on top in this game.
Backstab them all. He finds 2 so far, and it's all down to JC Stanley. The drop down around the tower, around they go. Shot's not good enough. And Cloud9 move on to face 100 Thieves.
What a series. What a roller coaster of who is on top in this game. Zeta, Relics already TP'd across long C. There's the heal again, and JC Stanley's not gonna let him know. Maybe he does. He up fast. He's gonna go for the knife. Oh no! Momentum pushing round. Oh my goodness. He just stabs him right in the face.
Oh.
But for XZ, it's not. EBG, they picked up Rarkar. They picked up Poach. Rarkar's now their Jet Op. Will, their Duelist Critical, their Initiator.
2 for XZ. Smokes go down. Thwifo in a cheeky position. Unfortunate that now that's the spike. This is so doable now for XZ. Pure has joined the fray around the catwalk side. Thwifo now holding and spraying across. Pure re-peaks. Finds to pick onto Critical. They still have all this control. Now that the smoke subsides, they just have one more player to deal with. It's Will. Doesn't realize Thwifo, the athleticism is there. Jumping on the box, jumping on the bike, and jumping on the dub. That for XZ. Smokes go down. Thwifo in a cheeky position. Unfortunate that now that's the spike. This is so doable now for XZ. Pure has joined the fray around the catwalk side. Thwifo now holding and spraying across. Pure re-peaks. Finds to pick onto Critical. They still have all this control. Now that the smoke subsides, they just have one more player to deal with. It's Will. Doesn't realize Thwifo, the athleticism.
Bye for XZ.
Actually, if somehow in some capacity Rob Boyce is still in the lineup, you could tell there's probably some coaching going on, you know, some additional resources, some additional help. If the kid's young, he's gonna need some guidance, and glad that they've got
Hano. They've got Hano. They're definitely on the up and up. We'll see. I mean, that wasn't necessarily like any specific player that was on that. I mean, looking at the overall stats, they were all very close to each other. It was just kind of these reads that they were making against Sentinels that was working. We're just not against XZ. And I think they'll be able to, once they expand their playbook a little bit, which they
guard. Vanity has to wait for that nade to dissipate before porting across. Does manage to escape, but Will heard the sound. He knows that he's probably inside the tube. And Will's got the double. Now porting away to grab the spike. He goes for that satchel charge, I should say. A nade down just to guarantee time to plant. Really well played from Will.
So let's see if it pays off once we move into the further rounds here of the second half. They do have a 1-minute advantage for version 1, and they also have a split into the A side with only one player that's about to get.
3 players remain on the defensive side of BG, and they're not even scared of these shotguns, as the shot that comes out from Bjorshotty isn't even on the mark, and neither is the one from Rarkar, doing a whopping 8 armor, 3 damage to Zelsis with the shorty from pretty close distance. It will be the second round for version 1. They survive with high number. Low has to take the battle with the retreating coach. He's still got the frenzy on site. That's critical in position. Zelsis coming around the corner, has the heal, making a follow-up as well. Zelsis now with that heal on Reyna can be so scary based on the way he played in that first map. And a great port with the dark cover as well to get that spike across. Zelsis is in prime position here. 1, maybe 2. Yes, it's going to be the 4K. Zelsis locks it down in pistol for version 1 on the flank. They were not prepared for that, but look at this setup. Everything is focused in Garage. Literally all 5 players in Garage.
What is
this? It's going to be a brawl in that area. They're trying to funnel them in. And it looks like they're just going to go for C site control and smoke off the spike and try and stick it. They're going to get it to at least halfway inside that cloud burst coming in from Jet. But the way they set themselves up for this was definitely confusing. Now he does go for the redirect. He tries to actually hit the spike and he blasts heavies, and the paranoia coming out as the blind kill comes through. We are tied up at 12 apiece. We are going to overtime.
And that's what I said, right? Find a way how to stop these pushes into the C site. Not only did it put, well, you saw it. They still had utility, right? Despite them only having pistols. So they had the wall. They had the paranoia to get the whole site control as well. Zelsis is going to let one pass because he only sees a pistol. He just wants to make sure that he doesn't allow these rifles to get saved. And that's one still had utility, right? Despite them only having pistols. So they had the wall. They had the paranoia to get the whole site control as well. Zelsis is going to let one pass because he only sees a pistol. He just wants to make sure that
unstoppable.
There. Gun here.
Gonna go for more. Zeta, Relic's already 2 feet across long C. There's the heal again, and JC Stanley's not gonna let him know. Maybe he does. He's gonna go for the knife. Oh, no. Aaron's nade to delay. Good pistol from X side. I love the face that they had on B to show, hey, there is no chance you're going to do the typical, let's rush B, let's get up into A-Link ideas on pistol.
Cage triggered.
Same cage that X set was throwing on their attack to get a lot of space over towards A long. I love when Wtf and Aaron do it. He misses the
game confidence to get the momentum and that ball rolling is to pay dividends in the future. However, we did getting caught unawares a little bit. He comes away with 2, make it 3. Only 1 player left. That's FNS getting murdered over there along C. 4-piece for we did. And there's 2, Doug.
Alone.
Do you see that gravity well? FNS does find 1, actually, before I get ahead of myself. Finds 2, and now it's a 1v3.
No way.
He almost made that happen, man. Helping determine the outcome of the round, so I think it's 4th. Never mind, doesn't matter. BCJ falls immediately to it, and he's going to grab it. 1-on-2 is Pure alone here at short. Takes a duel against FNS, and he's going to come up short. And that is actually going to be map point here for Envy. 13-6 against Exit on Haven.
And I mean, what a dominant performance, Lex. This almost doesn't seem like this is real, but it was 6-6 at half. Right, and we even teed up how good Exet can be on the attacking half. And Food's on the other side. Right, as soon as they funnel in, there he is. Victor already good for. Who's going to be the first on the swing? He's going to drop. Victor looking to find some of his own spots. 1 player looks for a second, does it, and Crashies took care of Weeded. Envy once again showing proficiency in taking the site back. Exet, they didn't bring great guns into this, but this was certainly a winnable round.
Retake solo coming in through from defender spawn, basically.
Cool.
And as I say,
That's pressure.
yeah. And that is, it's now coming up from Exit, coming to bite BCJ in the face in the form of a Sheriff. And Pure's got 3 players coming in this tree position against him. Thwifo is there for backup. Finds 1, finds 2. Nice. That's his 4th on the round. And Thwifo, so many times in this game, we've brought him up just as being the...